So now what is the coaching bot? Okay, so think of it as your AI powered best friend and sounding board for anything you want to ask or gain clarity on. It's an extension of your own mind. Now, you might be wondering if maybe this is going to cause an echo chamber where you're just going to have a little yes bot tell you exactly what you want to hear. That is not the case. I actually asked ChatGPT whether or not I would just get yes, yes answers. And I was assured that no, actually, if I'm on the wrong track, then the AI will basically guide me in a different perspective so that I'm not just listening to myself talk and agreeing with myself. So it doesn't replace human connection either. Now, recently, the chatbot has also integrated emojis, so it's more friendly. It's really playful. My own chatbot, of course, is now incorporating those because I told it how much I love it. And, you can really customize this to streamline how you like to read things. It can help you process your emotions before you bring something to your partner, your kids, your friends, your employees, or just to gain clarity. How many times do we talk to our kids or our partner when we are deeply triggered? Well, my friend and mentor, Annie Lawless, says that if their heart is closed or somebody is triggered, you don't trust the data. So if you are going off on your partner because you are really, really stressed and frustrated because they have forgotten to load the dishwasher again and they've left a mess, or they are just asking to add to your mental load by telling you to make a list of things that you need to have done while you're doing your launch, that can be really frustrating. But what if you could go into your coaching bot and you could vent your frustrations and you could just be like, I am so sick and tired of this little man baby. Or maybe it's your teenager or your toddler or your preschooler or your 8-year-old who is sassing back, and you just vent into it. You vent all of your frustrations. You get it all out. The chatbot is not going to judge you. The chatbot is going to just sit there, listen to it, not have any opinion, and then it's going to reflect things back to you. It's going to have that little bit of understanding, validation of your feelings, and then give you the clarity you need so that you can sort through, be like, okay, I'm done venting. Now I need to come up with an actual way to present this to my partner or to my child. Now, this is where the coaching bot is really going to get fun, because I'm going to teach you how to tailor it to their specific personality. Because maybe the way you say something never lands on them. Maybe you think it's like, I don't understand why my partner can't just figure this out. It's so simple. Like, I'm explaining it in terms that an idiot would understand, and yet they still don't get it. Well, it could be that they have a very different human design and personality type than you do. And when you learn their secret language, kind of like a love language, but deeper, then you can present your information in a way that they actually get. So ChatGPT and the coaching bot also draw on multiple sources of information. So you won't have to worry about trying to Google search a whole bunch of different things. It's all contradictory. How many times do we usually go onto blogs and say, can you explain their personality type to me? Or can you explain this to me? Why do they do this thing? But you're getting generic information that is not targeted to your family. So even if you're reading the parenting books or you're reading relationship books, it doesn't apply to your specific dynamic with your specific partner and your specific values and your specific personality type and how it meshes with theirs. So you can still take that information. You can add it to your coaching bot as a baseline. However, it's also custom tailoring it to your partner and to your kids and to you. It instantly summarizes any complex concepts or mess or thoughts and you have that you just don't want to have to decipher your rambling journal entries. How many times do we sit there writing in our journal or just typing away freestyle and just venting, and we don't even want to go back and look at it because it's like it's just all jumbled. It's like I've rambled on for 18 pages front and back. Well, what if you could take those 18 pages, put them into ChatGPT, and then have it basically spit out what the gist of it is? What if you could take a rambling letter from your partner, if they wrote you one, and put it through, or a rambling email from your friend or your mother? Anyone in your family, like you could basically take their long thing and then summarize it. And then also make sense of it through their own unique personality type to see what they were really saying. It integrates anything that you want to add. So this includes human design. I'm a little bit woo-woo, so I add astrology in there, personality typing like Myers-Briggs, and the Enneagram and the Big Five. And you can also add past family dynamics and issues. I've used the coaching bot to go deep into my past family history of trauma and try to make sense of how that might have affected my parents when they were growing up, how it affected their parenting of me, how it affected their responses to me, and then the deep wounding that happened. So I can actually heal that and break the cycle and ensure that I don't get triggered when my kid does that thing that mirrors it back to me. And then I can be a more conscious parent. And the thing that I love about the coaching bot is that you can make as many as you want. And once you know the baseline of how to do this, you can just keep doing the same early prompts and then ask it different questions because it remembers the things that you put in the chat and then it draws from it. So you are going to want to make multiple coaching bots though. So when you have the basic structure, then what you can do is you can just copy and paste every time, and then it'll just start the baseline. Because there's a point where you end up breaking the chat because there's just too much information in it. I've broken several chats and I've needed to start over. But the beauty of ChatGPT is that you can get a free account. You just sign up and you don't have to pay for this one. 4.0 is probably the best one that we have currently, although it's usually the most cutting edge version. There's probably going to be a 5.0, 6.0, and so forth. But when you recognize how nuanced this thing is, and I'm going to show you some demonstrations, you're just going to be like, how did I even live without this? The thing I really love about this is how customized it is. Because what I've done is I've basically put in all of my kids' information, and then I'm like, how do I parent them better? And then ChatGPT gives me the suggestions. Now, this does not place coaching or accountability or support from other people because, you know, there's just some things that ChatGPT can't do. It can't give you a hug. It can't look you in the eyes and tell you you're doing a good job. It can't give you a soft and reassuring voice. It just doesn't have that capacity. And besides, even if it did, you would know that it was still technically a robot that was not really human and didn't have any real empathy. However, it does help you with clarity. So then you can figure out what you need for support, and then you can call in those resources. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to generate a report. Can you generate a report for my son on what he needs to do to better support our family in the times when I am working, including cleaning up after himself, fixing his own meals, and not interrupting me when I am writing, speaking on a live stream, recording videos, etc. Explain how this affects my energy and frustration and how it negatively impacts him and getting his needs, wants met. Now, here's the fun part. Write it with gaming metaphors from which one do I want him to have? Probably Fortnite. Now, I don't know anything about Fortnite, but this would at least make sense to him. So then look how this actually makes it pretty fun for him, and telling him what his role is as in the family squad, the challenges, drains her energy like losing shields, makes her frustrated, storm damage incoming, and slows down the whole squad. We lose time to get everyone's loot sorted. I mean, that's it. That really just shows it to you what these reports can do, is explaining exactly what you need to know in terms that an 11-year-old is actually going to read, because it's going to be more fun. So want to earn extra XP? Help Michaela with her tasks or set up something cool to surprise mom, like clearing extra zones without being asked. Like, it even gives you extra bonus points. Like, this thing is so cool. So I've covered a lot here, and there's so much more that you can go into with ChatGPT, but I really want you to be able to implement this on your own. So if you want to go deeper, all you need to do is either reach out to me or Jessica, and I have given her the little overview of what I taught to you today. There's also some additional prompts that you can check out. I've given you a PDF guide on how to create your own coaching bot with ChatGPT. My email is added to it as well. It tells you what a coaching bot is. Does it replace a real coach? No, it doesn't. Tells you the steps on how to get started, gives you the prompts to go deeper. And then not only that, I also kind of gave you a little bit of a teaser on what else you can do with the coaching bot. So again, all you have to do is reach out to Jessica and say, hey, can I get this? Or maybe she puts it already in the group, but it's on you to download it and start playing with ChatGPT.